Yesterday, we all met up at the airport hotel in Miami, and we kind of got situated, and then we went out and went across the street and did a little bit of lacrosse across the street.
We kind of kicked in to lacrosse mode as soon as we landed, hit the wall, and then later on grabbed some lunch.
Then we went to an actual practice where a lot of people stopped by, and we just kind of practiced around, did some odd man situations, one-on-ones, things like that.
On three. 1, 2, 3. Power.
We had some baseball teams watch us play who had never seen lacrosse before, which was really, really cool. Today we flew into Quito and we came right to the hotel.
After getting to the hotel, we went out, had a really nice lunch at a local sports bar.
And then we went out to Carolina Park and played for about 2 hours. I worked a lot with Coach Rose on offensive stuff, especially from dodging from behind. We worked on splitting and protecting your stick.
Greg has been a great influence on me. Even though I'm a goalie and he's an attackman, I think it works well because he takes a lot of shots on me and tells me precision and angles when and where attackmen like to take their shots, and I guess that's given me kind of an upper advantage in the game.
I've been working with J-Rod, who's a great goalie and a great goalie coach. He's been teaching me stuff about stance, positioning, actually going to make the save, and it's really helped me a lot because I've already seen improvement in like the one day I've worked with him.
I've worked with Coach Rodriguez, who is a former college goalie, great coach. We worked on a lot of footwork, kind of just all around talking about goalie stuff.
Coach Rodriguez knows what he's doing. He's a solid coach. He's good. His knowledge of the game is there. And I couldn't be any happier being coached by anybody else.
Mostly I've been working with Johnny Christmas, and so far he's really affected my footwork, and I'm seeing a lot more speed and a lot more agility coming out of my movements because of that.
So far I've worked with Johnny Christmas, and he's definitely taught me to keep my stick in tight, a lot less movement, and just to make my moves more direct.
I think everyone here's got great qualities about him, especially playing great lacrosse. A lot of characters, a lot of funny guys, but also great guys.
They're a great group of guys. They're pretty funny, but they're solid players. But not only solid players, they're solid people as teammates, and I enjoy having people like that on my team that like to be together and like to laugh and have fun.
On three. 1, 2, 3. Forward.
So today we started with going to the equator and attempted to walk in a straight line on the equator with our eyes closed, which is impossible. And then we also checked out sundials, shrunken heads, and tried to balance eggs on a nail.
So after that, we headed over to the mathematical equator where the French explorers first thought the equator was. We got to explore around the shops there. Ended up having lunch there. Had some potato soup, which was delicious.
Then after that, we came over to practice. I actually didn't practice today because I was introducing the sport to all the keto kids, which was amazing, seeing their reactions, holding a stick, passing, catching, shooting at net. It was just amazing. No words can ever describe how I felt when I saw the kids catching and throwing perfectly.
In Quito, we first visited the Virgin Mary statue where we were able to see the entire city, and we took a lot of pictures there.
The views from the city were just unbelievable, and from when we got to the statue, the views just kept getting better and better. And then we later went down to all the streets where we learned about the past history of Quito.
We went down the streets and visited the church where it was basically completely covered in gold, so that was really cool.
After the church, we saw a couple guards who we weren't able to make smile. We went to eat lunch at a little cute place near the catacombs, and then we actually saw a guy on his guitar play for us. So after that, we saw a bunch of little kids, just strangers, and they were really excited seeing us play catch. And we played catch with them. We showed them how to play. A bunch of kids actually picked it up really quickly, so we were really amazed.
It was really cool because we had I think around 6 to 8 Ecuadorians come over and pick up a stick and start playing the game.
We all gave them sticks and they were super excited and we're having a blast, catching the ball, throwing it back. Some naturals out there.
I really enjoyed just being able to interact with the various people here in Ecuador and being able to basically grow the game and teach other kids how we play lacrosse in the United States. I mean, it's really cool to be able to give back the game that has given me so much.
Like the faces of the people who come to watch lacrosse, they're so excited. So seeing these people have so much interest in it, pick up a stick, in 30 minutes be able to catch left and right, that's something cool.
Today we played around out in front of the hostel and played some lacrosse with one of the guys selling the glasses, and then we went ahead and went to the mall and eventually were able to visit the place where the Ecuadorian national team plays soccer. After that, we found a roller hockey rink where we were able to play some box lacrosse for a little bit.
To be a lacrosse ambassador feels amazing, but I'm really shocked because I'm still really new to this game, and being able to go to a different country and teach it, I think it's amazing.
Being able to give back, especially the sport that I love, it's one of my biggest goals definitely for this trip.
Yesterday we left to go here to the hacienda in the Andes. Our first stop was a viewpoint to go see the view of the overall mountains and all the villages around there. And then we also got to pet some alpacas out there. While we were leaving, there were 3 women that needed a ride back. So they came aboard along with us, and to thank us, they sang songs that they usually only sing in their community, so it was a really big privilege for us.
And then we went on into Otabala, went to the huge market that's been there for a while. It's crazy, people everywhere, food, clothes, keychains, just a lot of souvenirs, it was great. And then after that, we headed to go get some lunch.
On the way to lunch, we found a sweet turf field. We managed to find some guards to open it up, and this first nice field we got to play on, because we were used to playing on this just rough grass, and it was like finding the holy grail in Ecuador.
It was really fun though, because we hadn't played in a turf field this entire trip. And when we were playing, there's just tons of people there watching us from all around, because it's just like a local park and everyone just hangs out there. And we were just really able to spread the game and explain it to other people. After that, we decided to retire early because we had an early practice the next day.
So today we had an early practice, fun one. We did some fireball, which is just firing passes at each other.
The field there was pretty fun for us to play because we had a lot of trash cans. So we were able to play our own special drills, 3x, where you just shoot into a little trash can with the goalie and you only have 3x3 players. So it was just really fun to work on a close game like that.
We went to the bird sanctuary and saw all these huge birds, condors, eagles, hawks, just pretty sweet experience.
Hung out there, watched a little show where a guy had an eagle throwing around, throwing up stuff in the air for him to eat and everything.
They rescue them there because many of them are endangered, so they decided that it'd be a great place to try to repopulate them and release them back into the wild.
And then we visited Leather Town, which is just a bunch of shops in a row where they sell leather. There are a few other stores that sold stuff like in the market in Otabala.
We went for about an hour of shopping out there to check out the different local leathers from the animals in the region.
Then after that, we had lunch and went to Crater Lake, which is this huge volcanic glacier-fed lake. It's like 415 feet deep. We took a boat ride around there.
Motored around the lake, saw some of the Andean coots and everything. It was definitely prime.
And then after that, we decided to end it by coming back to our hacienda and eating our dinner and retiring early because we're leaving for the Amazon tomorrow. My adventure in Ecuador has just been just seeing how the different people here have been living and how they make their living.
Coming down here and seeing a whole different culture, that's definitely an adventure in itself.
Everything we do is a new adventure. Playing lacrosse here is just unreal because, everybody just wants to watch. They've never even seen it before. So everything we've done has just been an adventure.
So we started off the Immersion by getting on the bus and heading to the hot springs. We hung out in the hot springs for a few hours. It was a great opportunity to bond with all of our teammates and see what they really were like off the field.
It's a lot of fun just getting to know each other and hang out in the water.
Then we drove a couple more hours to the rainforest.
Arriving here that night was pretty awesome. We just threw on the gear and started playing.
The people here are really nice. You really feel the presence of the animals, of the insects, of everything around you, and it's really great.
Today we woke up pretty early, had a good breakfast here. It was pouring rain. We then made our way down to the long-awaited raft ride down the river, and that was quite the experience for everyone, I'd say.
It was an awesome experience because unlike the rafting I've done in California, this was very loose and we were able to tackle people, and even our guides were pushing us off the rafts, and it was overall a great time, one of the best experiences I've had.
Halfway through, we stopped on this bank for lunch, which was actually really good lunch. Great scenery too to go with it. Had a few games, hopped back on the boats, paddled for a while, eventually got back to shore, and we just geared up and went right at it after about 4 hours of rafting. Had intense practice, very hot and humid, but got a lot of good work in.
Not all of us were super prepared for practice. I was in hiking boots and a bathing suit, but we still got an awesome practice in. We went super hard. We were running sprints and still a competitive environment, and it was an awesome practice.
We then went back to the community and had a celebration with them.
The show that the villagers showed us was awesome. They showed us just what they did in their tribe, and that was an awesome experience. I've never had anything like that.
The next morning we woke up early, ate a quick breakfast, said goodbye to the locals, which was tough. After we left the village, we had a practice in the same town that we practiced the previous day on the concrete, but we found a natural grass field close by. So, I mean, coaches really pushed us to work hard in that last practice, even though it was early and we were all tired. We definitely made the most out of that. went to the waterfall near Baños, which was tremendous.
One of the biggest waterfalls I've ever seen, and we were able to actually climb through the rocks on our stomachs, able to climb all the way to the top and behind the waterfall, so we got soaked.
And then we were able to cross this bridge called the Devil's Cauldron, which overlooked the waterfall. It was pretty scary because basically all of us were on at the same time, and it was like wobbling back and forth, and yeah, that was pretty sketchy.
Walked back down, got on the bus, and got to our hotel in Baños.
There's like a waterfall right across, and a very lively town. All the stores were open. It was just a nice way to wrap up our visit in the Amazon.
I definitely say some of the harder things I've ever had to do involving lacrosse were here. I mean, the coaches like Johnny, he runs us into the ground really.
Whenever we find a field opportunity, we'll jump on that and play. And I mean, we've been soaking in sweat and drenched, but honestly, it's just been worth it though. Our games everyone's lacrosse game has just been like stepped up from all the teaching that we get one-on-one with the coaches and showing us how to play defense, attacking, just with the competition. Everyone's just working hard against each other.
We've practiced every day except for one, and while it might have been a little stressful on the body, we still got through it, and we were giving it 100% every day. And the last practice I thought was my best practice, along with a lot of the kids. We just went 110%. We were getting all the ground balls, finishing all our shots, and it was an awesome practice.
It was a lot of hard work. We had to battle many different obstacles, whether that was health, certain things like elevation. Everyone overcame many different obstacles and kept pursuing to spread this great game that we love.
I really didn't know what to expect coming out of New York City, but the kids are all amazing. Made some great friends, definitely, and meshed with everyone. And something that I'll definitely tell people about for a while.
Not only meeting the people, but sightseeing. It's an absolutely beautiful country, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone.
You feel like an actual team once you're finished with the trip, and I feel like I've known these kids for months.
It was an unbelievable trip. I would highly recommend it. It was a great mixture of lacrosse training, service, cultural immersion, and just a really fun time.